sails were up. We were not allowed to put the motor on, but you sort of wanted to, and it was really cool. And then all of a sudden the winds came up, and then we were just having to tack really quickly, and it was one side of the boat, the other side, and then all of a sudden the sails just dropped, the wind just dropped again, and there we were just there, just floating along, and everyone's in the race, and of course the people were out there just wanting to get up and catch up with them as much as possible. And then all of a sudden the winds will come up and everyone's tacking madly to get there, and we're just trying to, not knowing the rules of the boat too much, just trying to follow what they were saying as quickly as possible so we could try and catch up with them all. And in life, sometimes that's what we're doing. We're trying to catch up, we're trying to adjust the sails, we're trying to maneuver, and we don't always have the right skills. So in the end of that sailing, by the time we got to the end of it, I actually thought we got to the end of the race. We did, I think we got about 4th or 5th in that actual race, and it was just a really good experience of going, next time I'd just like to have some more skills behind me to actually know how I could have helped them more, to have actually sailed that boat quicker when we had to keep changing tack. The wind is like this, it's like this. So different things are going to happen in our life where we actually consistently have to adjust. And the day came where we rebooked in the parachute jump. And again, looking at the weather, going, if it's rough, it doesn't really matter. This is a Holly thing. She got the present for her 16th birthday. I'm just going to go and help her. And then I thought, I and the mother, I've got to really just get my whole thoughts going. This is going to be amazing. I thought about doing it, but it was so far there. It was like one of those things, I might do it, but as Nick said, why jump out of a plane when they land? So I was thinking, how can I get my head around it, that I'm going to go up on a plane with my 16-year-old daughter, and I've just got to be calm, because otherwise, if I'm not, perception is what?
Projection.
She's going to get all nervous as well. So here I'm going, I'm not even on the plane. We're only just booking it in again. And I'm just thinking, okay, right, breathe and come down. And I had to just get my mind, and when we do the future pacing in the NLP, I had to get my mind to have that clarity. So we booked it in, and I'm going to be fine, just played around with it myself. And the day came before, and everyone was coming down to watch Holly and I jump out of the plane. And it was just so important to not think of any of the disasters, anything that had not gone well for other people, because that was them. And this is us. And these planes go up and fly down and drop people out all the time. We were going in a tandem with another person. So I knew that person was experienced. I wasn't, but they were. And I just knew in my heart that I just had to believe and trust that that person was going to get me down really safely, and Holly. And without a shadow of doubt, I just had to keep thinking that consistently. Just keep going. If I drop back, I keep going back to that. Just breathing in and breathing out, and the day comes and we all go down, and it's like, I can't believe I'm actually doing this, but it will be okay and it'll be fun. It'll be a great experience. I think Holly was quite quiet when we were going down, and I was just getting my breathing right, and then we talk about other things and get distracted. Got all the way down south, and we get to the place, and we can see the planes, and they say come, and there we go, we're putting on these red suits, and Holly and I were both quite little, so we get the smaller suits that are still quite big for us, and we've got these big suits on, and then they say come over here and put the harnesses on, and it was like we just kept looking at each other thinking, is this really happening? Are we going to really put all this stuff on? And then we put it all on, and I go, oh, wait a minute, I've got to go to the toilet. I have to take it all off. I was so nervous. Off I go running to the toilet, and I come back and go, come on, Jane, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I go, away I go again. Put on the red suit. Put it on. Then the harness, and they come and redo the harness again with me. And then they say, okay, everyone come over here, and we're going to give you all the instructions. And we're going, okay, that's good. And I can remember Holly and I not talking much at all because I think we're just processing. I said, I'm going to breathe, it's going to be really good. We're going to get a really good instructor. And you're looking at the instructors going, which one's going to be the best to get up on? And I remember knowing, I love you, think my ho'oponopono, my positive thinking, and going, I'll have the best instructor at the time for me. It's going to be perfect. My intuitiveness is going to put that right person with me to get me down really safely. They're also going to help get the right person for Holly going down safely. And I remember getting a guy that was a little bit like, I think he would have been like 40s, 50s. And straight away, and I thought, oh good, because he's older, he would have done more experience. And I said, how many jumps have you done? And he just said, I don't know, something like 100, 200 or something, heaps of jumps. And I was like, oh good, that's going to be really good. And then breathing and just trying to have a conversation with him so I didn't have to think about literally I was going to jump out of the plane. And there we are. Next thing, guys, come here, we're going to get on the plane. And we had this photo outside, and I think if you look at the photo, if I remember rightly, we're both trying to smile before we get on the plane. It's like really, we're just really going, oh, what's going to happen? We get on the plane, and the plane goes up, and I love planes and I love flying. It was brilliant. But we're all back to back. So I'm here, and my guy's behind me. Another person's there, the guy behind them, and so we're just like all jumped up together like this. And there's someone in front of me, and everyone's got their legs in front of each other like this, jammed on this really little tiny plane. So it's not quite like the flying where you get in and the host is there and you have a nice seat and you buckle up. It was just like, here we are on this plane, all sitting there together, and everything's tight, really tight. You know when you're breathing, you can hardly breathe in. I'm going, oh, I've got to do more tummy breathing. I've got to breathing. And I remember just looking at a spot. Remember the spot in the learning state where you just get the peripheral? That's exactly where I went, and I just went just a little spot and breathe. And Holly's in front of me. No, she was behind me. That's right. And it was like, "You right, Holly?" She goes, "Yeah, good." And I just keep looking at a spot. It's going to be fine. Only good. And in the end, I just couldn't say a thing. I was just breathing. Next thing, we got up to this altitude, and while we were going up, I was looking down, going, "Oh shit, there's a hell of a long way down there. What am I really doing?" No, it's fine, back to the spot. Honestly, just working my thought, and then all of a sudden, the door opens. Holy heck! The wind was blowing really fast, and they're starting to yell, saying, "Okay, guys, get ready." They're giving us a briefing. "Get ready, the first one's going out." And it was like, boom, the first one was out. The next one, shuffle forward. Everyone was just shuffling forward. The guy behind us, the guy who's got his hooked, literally they're pushing you forward because you're sort of like going, okay, out to the side, and it's our turn. And I'm going, holy, don't look down is all they could say. And honestly, I don't know why. Look at a blue tree, what do you do?
Look at a
Silly buggers, what do they say that for? So I had a quick look down, far out. And because they say when you jump out, your chin's up like that, you don't want to go up because the wind will blow you like that. Also, you don't look down. So I just had that little click. So when you're getting to the side, you can sort of look down like that. I was like, my God, I shouldn't have done that. So chin up. And they said, put your head back to where the guy is with you there. And it was like, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to do it. Nice sky. I'm going to breathe. And all of a sudden, bang, we were out. And we were just floating.
Wow.
And it was just so amazing. We just floated. There we are, just floating down. The parachute hasn't hooked up yet. But it's still amazing. And we're going so fast. I had earrings on. Guess what? I lost one of them. They didn't tell me to take my earrings off, but the wind is going so fast that all of a sudden you're getting closer and you're going fast. But it's just so amazing, the wind and that, and all of a sudden like, whew, you pulled up. And it's just an opening. It's just like the world opens up, slows down and just stops. And you just look around in awe of this magnificent parachute that is just, and the earth is holding us to actually observe this beautiful world that we live in. It really opened my eyes to just seeing what is out there that I've been so busy all my life that I never stop and really look or do an adventure like that. I used to do lots of adventures. I don't do anything new. Since I had children, I didn't do any adventures. And look what I was missing, the beautiful world of how it was in this one parachute and putting my trust in this amazing guy behind me. And it was just the most amazing experience. And then I could see Holly over there. She had jumped out as well. I'd forgotten about her for a minute because it was just so amazing just dropping down. And you literally, you know, that first thing when you jump out is really, it's just a heck of a shock on the system. and seeing her floating there as well, and it was one of the most amazing experiences and so exciting to share it with my daughter. So open your eyes to see what's out there for you guys to do, especially when you're working and wanting to do so much in life. There's some other beautiful, so stop. Just imagine stopping, just like you do when all of a sudden the parachute comes up and you literally, and you stop. It's like you freeze for a bit and still you start floating. And that's what life's about. Life's about floating and looking out and seeing what's around you in life.
So will you do it again?
I'd do it again. Yeah.
You
It
would?
was fun. Yeah, I'd do it again. And I haven't done hot air balloon yet.
Yeah.
And I really want to give that a go as well. And I told you another little story as well, didn't I? Oh, skiing down the mountain. That's right. So remember I was saying that I learned skiing when I was 15 years of age. And there I was skiing and I was learning. I didn't know much about skiing, but the mountain looked really, really exciting to go down. And falling over on my bum, getting work in the learner's slope, going up, and you could see all these 5-year-olds going down really fast. And there I was I was at the rope tow at that time, going up and falling off to get at the top and learning how to go down. But over time, one of the things I learnt, because I tried to do it all myself, I was very independent, and as people say I know. Now, I really wanted to learn. I've taught myself so many things in my lifetime, but over the years, over the time I was learning to ski, I would copy and watch people. And this is what we do in NLP, isn't it? The sensory acuity, watch people, watch what they're doing, and you'll learn eventually. However, eventually someone said to me, I'll pay for because I had this money belief. I didn't want to spend money on extra things and lessons, and they said, we're going to shout you a lesson. And I had that lesson, and that was one of the best things that I'd done, because there was someone that could teach me the specifics, so I got the right skills to go in the right direction to get down that mountain skiing. Eventually I went and worked on a ski field. I still wasn't that great a skier, and the instructors gave me free lessons. And what those lessons did is they made me an expert in skiing. They taught me the skills. I stopped, I slowed down, and I listened to them. And in life with coaching, who is your expert that you use in life? So now when I go skiing, I go swish, swish, swish down the mountain. I do the black runs, I have fun. At this age, I still do it. I have the techniques, it's little energy for me. I just float down the mountains. So what is it that we can do that can actually get an expert to help you float through life, through your businesses, so that you don't have to work hard, you work smart, and you just go swish, swish, swish. Okay guys, thank you very much. I hope you really enjoyed this training. It's been wonderful having you here, and now it's time to celebrate. Thank you very much.
Whoa, Janie.